Here's the new daily. I haven't put that in any of the videos because I've been crazy busy. It sounds pretty great. So the next steps for the Subaru. Up here, I gotta disconnect the ground wire. I gotta disconnect this mount right here. And I gotta disconnect a couple other things. And then we'll get under the car here. Right here's the pipe that I just put on. I put the headers on. They look kind of funny on these cars, but that's what it is. We took the axle out on the one side. On this side, I gotta get that one out. I'm gonna be working on that next. I gotta drain the transmission. So, the next steps on that, tomorrow I'm gonna be dropping the transmission and repairing the center diff. I'm gonna be basically pulling off the whole back side of the transmission in order to do that. I'm also going to be replacing the clutch, and I'm going to be replacing the flywheel, the throwout bearing, all of that. So stay tuned for that. As many of you know, I'm very good friends with a group of people that do drifting. And if you don't know what drifting is, you must live under a rock. These guys, they're crazy with it. Shout out to Shredder Co. They're insane, man. Look. Right here, we got stage wheels, roll cage, nice steering wheel, race equip harness. As I was saying before, these guys are absolutely insane. They had this engine out in an hour. They had that off in like 10 minutes. Look at this. Everything out 1 hour. That's crazy. Back to this thing. I did just drain the transmission. And I'm putting all my tools away for the night. I also took off the bumper, the hood scoop, and all of the mud flaps are gone. They will be back. I took off the side skirts. If you can see. Yeah. Parts. Here's the drive shaft that I was sent by Njuku Racing. Welds are insane. Here's the other side. Later this evening, I'm going to be taking that brake caliper off, taking that rotor off. I got new brakes and rotors coming. Actually, they're in the trunk. I already got them. Here on this side, I have started to get the axle out. By that I mean I got the nut off, and I got the rotor off, the caliper off. All I gotta do is unbolt that bolt and that bolt, and this whole thing will come back and I will be able to get a hold of this. Okay, so I just disconnected the coilover from the hub assembly and I was able to get the axle out of here and off to the side by pulling this back and making sure not to tear this. Now All I gotta do is go in there with a pry bar and it'll pop right out. Alright, so I was able to go in there and get that pried out. So now this should just come right out. And we'll bring it over here with the other one. So the way that I'm gonna be able to tell these bad boys apart is the driver's side has green right there and right there. And also, if you look, there is actually a shorter distance here than here. Things up. I drained the transmission. I got both of the axles out. I disconnected a ground wire up here, disconnected some shift linkage, and yeah, that's it. So there's about four or five more steps to go until that transmission is out, and then I'll be doing the center diff and the clutch. I'm gonna be doing stage 2 street clutch, and I'm gonna be doing a lightweight flywheel. So stay tuned for that. That's all coming tomorrow. Okay, as you can see, the trans is out. It took a little bit of finagling. There's 4 bolts on each side, and once you get them 4 bolts out, you really just have to pry and pull on it and it'll come loose. Finally got it down and out, and now it's right here. Alright, so we removed the center diff, and just as suspected, you can't see very well, but she's broken. You can see, however, these metal shards that were found around it. So from the bottom side, this is what it looks like. Everything's out and easily accessible to the clutch. I'm going to be replacing that and the flywheel as well. Stay tuned.